Boom. Reminisce. Carrying the traditions of Sankofa, because sometimes we got to go back and collect what we have forgotten. And I'll even add, the word that's been coming up when I was in South Africa, which is Ubuntu, which means I am because we are. So these are all the elements, man, that we bring forward. Reminisce show every Tuesday. I go by Logic. I'm here with my brother.
Mindbender, what up? What up?
Yes, man. Yes.
So how you
So yeah,
doing?
man,
Yeah,
doing all right, man. I just been really reflecting on with some of the heavy news that's been going on in the hip hop scene here in Toronto with the passing of Bishop Brigante, man. Rest in peace. Definitely put up the good fight, and lived a life with that's filled with purpose. You know what I mean? So I just been like kind of reflecting on that. Seeing a lot of the outpours of like support and stories and just reminiscing and to me this is like what the Reminisce show is all about. What I'm saying, like holding on to those memories, because those memories are what like sustain us during hard times and whatnot. So um yeah, man, I just been kind of like reflecting on that, but other than that I'm still trying to adjust to this weather, adjusting to the North American way of life. Like my brain is still in Africa.
good,
Like I'm still
good,
I'm still like mentally there and
good.
trying to find like what does that balance look like, in this space, which is so challenging to, I would say, like spiritual development and just mental and emotional harmony. You know what I'm saying?
Great
There's
word.
just so much that just goes against that, and it's very evident, like when you leave and you come back, so what I'm saying is like it's taking me a little bit to get back into the flow of dysfunction.
Yeah,
So
yeah, no doubt. That's so real. That is so real and so well put. Yeah,
yeah, so it's weird, So I'm like in between two worlds. I'm just like, but just like we mentioned before, is just being gentle with ourselves and allowing time to process and to push through and all that good stuff. So yeah, man. But other than that, man, how are you doing, man? I know we're going to get into today's topic and whatnot, but yeah, like how's the vibe today?
well, yeah, I mean, I won't talk about that yet. First, like love and peace to Big Brother Bishop. We'll get into that in a sec. I got an arm injury a couple days ago that like,
Oh,
oh, it's just been like lingering and like just like bothering me. So I've been healing this week, really taking care of myself, and went to the doctors and got a little checkup. And yeah, man, just health is wealth. So I'm just,
that's cool, man. That's good to hear.
yeah, just taking care of my body. I slowed things down, but yeah, man, like just getting my mind kind of set in place to do some more work in the community. And yeah, man, like yeah, this thing hit me really hard. I was coming home um from an event that was kind of nice, a nice gathering on Saturday, and I saw
Okay.
another battle rapper actually.
Oh,
It was shout out to Thesaurus. Thesaurus is a like a legendary two-time KOTD champ and like a world class.
okay.
He's a world class battle rapper, and like him and I are friends. I've known him for probably like 15, 20 years. And I just was scrolling on Twitter and I saw him say, he goes, yo, for anybody who didn't know, Bishop Brigante was like the first Canadian battle legend before the era of the smartphone and all this. And he was just talking about Bishop in a way. And I was like, oh, fuck, this is not like, he's reflecting on. And I was like, God damn it. And I scrolled a little more and I saw RIP officially. And yeah, man, it was just really, really hard because Bishop, he fought that motherfucking cancer with everything, man. He set a
Mm,
good example and took it global, and you know,
yeah.
family and friends in his community was all part of it, and he set a wonderful example in as far as like just being an
Yeah.
honorable man all the way.
Yeah, it just reminds me of, and actually, no, I'm going to show the interview that we did with him. I'm so glad that we were able to go to his, pretty much his final concert, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so. I think
You
that went
know, and yeah, I'm definitely glad that we got to go there. And what I gathered, and I mentioned this to you before, like when I was going through the footage, is that despite this negative circumstance that's happening, it's like he found like a cause and a purpose, like, like with that, like one bringing people together, but also bringing more awareness of like reducing, the age requirement for certain testing and whatnot. And yeah, like to be honest, like, I remember like when he first started his campaign, like that's what got me, you know, getting more serious about my health. Like, I'd always do my annual checkups and whatnot, but like really doing like a deep dive and making sure that everything is proper, like it was because of him. Like I'm like more on point with that kind of stuff and not just being like, well, whatever, man. I feel good, so everything's great. It's like, oh, like check things out and make sure, because when you get to a certain age, there's different things you got to be aware of and whatnot. So I big him up to that, and just being vulnerable and towards the end, like in the video, like it just kind of shows him in this space of just love,
Hmm.
like letting go of grudges and any kind of negativity that he's had. He's like, yo, I'm letting all that go. It's just love, you know what I mean? And I feel like when it's all said and done, man, that's what it's all about, like living with a purpose, having a cause, doing something that's like meaningful, that contributes more than just about you. You know what I'm saying? Like I think Bishop like really represented that, especially towards the end. So big up to him.
Absolutely, absolutely. And um, interesting side fact: back in the days, like 20, 15 years ago, Bishop had a beef with a dude. It wasn't like a major beef, but it was like real enough where they both like made at least one diss song towards each other. And
Okay.
one of the guys' names was Chuggo, and Chuggo used to Chuggo. Do you remember Chuggo? I don't know if you remember Chuggo.
I remember Chuggo very well. We used to record at the same studio with Sam Siegel. Well, he goes by Hunter Siegel now, but they had like blunt raps and whatnot. So it was like Chuggo, another artist, but like White Fang and Corrupted Nostalgia. If you remember,
Yeah,
like Century Sam and those guys, like you know
and
what I
Rich
mean.
Nabisco. Yeah,
Exactly. So
yeah,
yeah, so we were like part of that, and like it doesn't even make sense, based on my vibe and what I'm about, and but because we worked in the same studio, it somehow it just worked out, you know what I mean? So yes, very much familiar with Chuggo. Yeah,
so you know Chuggo, yeah. And back in those days, I don't know. I don't even know why it started. I don't know what it started over. But Chuggo had a little beef with Bishop, and
yeah,
they made one song back and forth towards each other, and both of them were pretty good, man. Like I like both of the diss songs, to be like really fair.
yeah,
And Bishop is a battle MC though, tried and tested and true, and was like one of like the great Canadian battlers. Period. That's just fact.
yeah,
Like he smoked gin. I saw that people
yeah, yeah,
Gin, like Gin was more popular because Gin was on TV.
right,
Like Rough Riders. Bishop was a better rapper, 100%, and took out Gin. I will go to my grave saying
yep,
that.
yep,
That's what I
yep,
saw
yep,
at the government in 2002 or whatever. So that
yeah,
being said, Bishop had a beef with this dude, Chuggo, and Chuggo sent me a message. Like, Chuggo was in jail in Montreal for quite some time or whatever, and he got
yeah,
out. And he sent me a message about a month or two ago, and he was like, "Yo, can you send this message to Bishop?" And Chuggo actually, in the message, he said, "Hey, man, like between Bishop and Chuggo on a hip hop level, hey, it's beef or whatever. But Chuggo, he used his real name, and he goes from my real name to your real name, and said like Bishop's real name, and he's like, I wish you peace, and I wish you healing, and I wish you all the best, peace to your family. And it was like it was so
man,
real. It was so real, and I love to see that kind of shit in hip hop. I sent the
yeah,
message to Bishop. I don't know, like I don't know if he read it or not. I sent it to him a couple months ago. I hope he got it. And like I like that energy though. So I just wanted to give it some.
yo, to me that's big, right? Because no, like those who know Chuggo knows that's not a Chuggo move. You know what I'm
Mhm,
saying? Like if you
mhm.
know Chuggo, you know that's not a Chuggo move. But to see that kind of growth, especially as we get older and we mature, and to be able to put certain differences aside and just see the humanity within each other, I think that's the ultimate goal, and it's always beautiful to see, especially in unexpected places. You know what I mean? So big up the Chuggo for that.
Exactly, exactly. And it, like it's hip hop. Like ultimately. you know, what's hip hop without life itself? And if you don't respect life, then like, yo, then you shouldn't be in hip hop, because we don't gotta like everybody, but you know, you at least gotta, you know, acknowledge
Yeah.
and just see that each other is, you know, give each other the space and freedom to exist and coexist. Like, yeah,
Well,
like
just to add to that, you know, because you know, you just unlocked like a memory in my brain as we're talking, because you know, you mentioned about Chuggo, and you know, when for those people who know about Chuggo and who Chuggo is, you know, that's like a really specific era in Toronto hip hop like history. You know, I think of like the Hooch and Gypsy Co-op. You know what I'm saying? I think of like Reverb. You know what I'm saying? Like places that were still in existence, like NASA and so on and so forth. You
yeah,
know, but another thing that comes to mind is Hip Hop Canada message boards. You know, that's like something that's like peak that era that you're talking about. So
mid
Bishop and
2001.
Chuggo going back and forth, like that would 100% have been on the Hip Hop Canada message boards. And for those that don't know, like this is kind of like the beginning of like Web 2.0, where the internet is becoming interactive. You know, like message boards was kind of like the first wave of interaction, and the comments, where just like people who are logged onto the website can participate in hip hop discussions and beefs, if you will. So there was always something going on in the comments, and it would get a lot of views, a lot of traction. It was the place to be. So shout out to Hip Hop Canada message board. Maybe we'll get like Jesse and Mo on here at some point to build on that, man, because that in itself deserves like a documentary, or a panel or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Because those message boards, man, were like vital towards like the hip hop scene here in Toronto and Canada abroad.
That's real.
Yeah, man, those message boards, yo.
Yeah, it made a lot of collaboration, and it started a lot of beefs.
Yeah, 100, man. So, I'm gonna play this quick, short interview that we got from Bishop, at his was it Back Outside? I believe that's what it's called, the Back Outside event, where he got a whole bunch of friends to come and perform and show love, and it was just a fundraiser for his cause. And I just want everybody watching this to really take note of Bishop's like energy. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, I feel like this. Anyways, I'll say my piece afterwards. You know what I mean? But yeah, anyways, let me just play this. So here we go.
What up, sis? R.I.P. Bishop for real.
Bishop Brigante, man. And you know what, Mindbender, like I said earlier today, I said the moment I saw that you copped the ticket, I said, it is now officially a Toronto show. I feel alive.
I love that. Love you, Bish.
I know you got me. What up, Toronto?
What up, Scarborough?
Toronto, I'ma make everything all right for you. It's kind of strange. In certain ways I write for you. Spark a flame to the blood. Let's ignite the mood and witness the coming of age. With a gun on my waist, rather the soul of Malcolm. Yes, by any means, my heart feel like Martin. Yes, I have a dream. The life's like the movies. We're just depictions. The juice is still the same. The attitude is different. I mean, listen, for me, like, it's been a long time. Like, okay, so obviously with my fight that I'm going through,
Yeah.
I haven't been outside.
Yeah.
I haven't been on road. I haven't been doing anything. I've missed so many great shows. I've missed so much, outings because I've been fighting.
Word.
Not just fighting for myself, but fighting to change policies, to change criteria,
Yeah, man.
stuff like that. This means the world to me because, bro, I look over there, I see Cardinal.
Cardi.
I look over there, I see Shot Clear.
Yeah,
I
bro.
look over there, I see Dre Spat.
DJ X is in the cut.
The guy who
Yeah.
discovered me.
DJ
X
Yo.
is here.
Yeah.
Like Richie Sosa's here. I'm seeing the foundation of what I even do. The culture. The culture is backing me up
Yeah, man.
tenfold tonight, and I'm so appreciative, and I'm so thankful that I chose this life.
Yeah,
Because
word,
everybody
word,
in
word,
it
word.
is amazing.
Yo,
so to
that's real.
see that come full circle tonight in support of what I'm doing.
Organics here, Gully.
Organic,
Yo,
Gully.
I'm like I got mad memories of just seeing you, Gully, and Organic from crazy battles. And like,
This is all, like, everything that's happening is generational.
you
all kind of rude, we smooth like my kin, with dominance and confidence, proof we can win, and they don't even have to ask who let him in. You can feel it in the air, he's a true veteran, you can see it in his eyes, he's been through it all, he won't crack
barbecue cameo and light it up. Yo, I love.
It took me a long time to live that one down.
Yeah.
Is that what I did?
I was so happy for you because, brethren, at the time it was like, the Circle is the greatest fucking crew.
Right.
So when you joined them, I was like,
Yeah, it was like-
I was like, yo, I was like, what?
I got in there somehow.
Yeah, I was like, what an honor, and I was like, yo, I was like, that's just level up. But anyways, we here, man, yo, back outside, man, yo.
Because you are a pillar to what this culture means in hip hop in Toronto for all these shows. So to have you here is an honor, even beyond our friendship.
Yeah, word.
Beyond our history.
Word.
You being here means the world to me. Thank you. Serious shit. Man, I'm fighting for my life. And I'm not gonna down this shit right now too much, but they're kind of running out of options, so that's why I gotta go fund. That's why I'm raising up money, because I gotta go abroad where they have resources that can help me, because I have something that's rare. So luck of the draw, man. Got nothing to do with nothing else but the luck of the draw, and I can't win them all. I have the game, and they win. I gotta fucking take some of these hits when they come. So I look at all of y'all, and I see all of y'all message me. I see all of y'all write comments. I see all of y'all show unconditional support, and you guys are literally the reason. And my baby Melly, my son Carlito, you guys are literally giving me life every single day, with every comment, with every post, with every share, with every dollar, with everything that you're doing. You are literally keeping me alive, because that's what love does. That's what love does. I've had grumpy times in my motherfucking life. I've held grudges that were dumb, and I've held on to some dumb shit. But guess what? I let all of that go, because I know what is way more powerful. And that's what you guys have been exuding to me since you heard, and even before it occurred. You guys have been fucking supporting me tenfold. And I will never give up my fight. I will never give up the culture. I will never give up on you. I will never ignore you. I will never hurt any of you. I will love you all just as unconditionally as you guys have done for me. And I thank you. My son thanks you. My lady thanks you. My family thanks you. I need you here. I don't want you here. I need you here.
No doubt. Yeah.
Yo, and I quickly want to say, Lito is one of the best hype men I've ever seen in my entire life.
Man.
Like Bishop's son, Bishop is an amazing MC, man. Like the clarity, hearing all his words,
for sure.
Just the life wisdom, the street wisdom, just great rapping. But his son, whoo, that kid was such an ill hype man. It was just crazy,
good,
crazy sick. Crazy.
Yeah. No, it was a beautiful vibe. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, like as I mentioned before, like Bishop's energy, like on stage, interacting with you, like there's a certain level of peace that he's like obtained. You know what I'm saying? Like, that just shining through him.
Mm-hmm.
And just that final message of just love, and that was like the revelation that he got by putting out or being vulnerable and sharing what he's struggling with, and in return, he got blessed with a whole new perspective, on what it's really all about, which is that connection, which is love. So powerful, man, powerful.
So powerful, yo. What a legacy to leave, man. Yo, man. I was actually making parallels. I was like, yeah, man, he's kind of on some Toronto Nipsey Hussle vibes, yo.
Yeah. People's champ, grinder, just one of those guys that you just have to respect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's been doing good for their neighborhood, just
yeah.
Put on for the city and just stays in their lane, hustles, just living the life and just being authentic and just not about that bullshit and just
man.
Yeah, man. Like salute
Yeah, man.
Bishop,
Big
man.
up to yeah, man. He's definitely made his mark in Toronto hip hop history, as was mentioned. Like shows like Eat the Beat, where long before times of social media, where people had to call in by payphones and putting quarters in and freestyle over the phone to get your name heard and whatnot, man. So big up to Bishop, man, for all of that, man. Yeah.
We had this little, I can't even exactly remember it. It'll come to me later, but we were in a class called P6 and we had like a gang sign. It was so dope. So we were in the same music college and I know that dude
That's it,
since
man.
96. So god damn it, man.
Mm.
Bishop.
Yeah, man.
That dude forever.
At the end of the day, like it's these are the memories that we have, that we hold. So for people who have come and gone, those memories, still remain. And that's what we got to be grateful for. To be able to witness people in their greatness, in their elements, and to be inspired for us to be our authentic selves as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So this is one of those reminders, man. We're just passing through. We're just here for a short period of time, but let's make it a good one.
That's it. That's all it is, yo. It's life and love, man. Yo, just gotta give it and while we can. So
Yes.
love
That's
to
it,
Bishop
man.
Brigante. So and his family, carried on by
True
his
indeed, man.
wife and son. And yeah, love to Bish. Yo.
Yeah,
Section
man. So
six, section six. So yeah,
on
man. Yeah.
another note, just kind of switching gears here, I heard that Slum Village is going to be in town.
Yeah, man. Yo, I was walking down the street. I got groceries yesterday, and I just saw it's at Velvet Underground. It says,
Oh,
yeah, I think it was April 7th, if I remember correctly. Yeah,
it's soon. Yeah, like it's like within a couple days or whatever. So yeah, yeah.
yeah, it said that on the street marquee that I walked by. I was like, oh, okay, that's what time it is. Slum Village.
Yeah.
So that's
Okay.
popping. Yep. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna talk about the April
Yeah.
Fool's joke. I
Oh,
don't think it's real, but there was like a. I mean, it could be real, but it also could obviously be April Fool's joke. There was an announcement of "What a Time to Be Alive" 2, featuring Drake and Future, and it's just like got a number 2, and it has a like diamond. It's like a number 2
oh.
with a diamond, and then it's got like an OVO logo and whatever. But some people are saying it's coming out Friday, but it's like, are they announcing that today? It's motherfucking April 1st. God damn it. Yo.
Yeah.
Drake just dropped an album with Party Next Door. Like, is he really gonna drop one with Future on Friday? Like
On
but
Friday,
yeah,
yeah.
a lot of people side eyeing that shit so hard. Like, man,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Doubtful.
I mean, hey, anything's possible, especially in the industry. You never know. But who knows, man?
Mm-hmm.
All goody, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Let's see what else is happening in hip hop. What else is popping up?
Yeah, good question. What else? Alchemist is doing some stuff soon. Alchemist and Erica Badu have an album coming out soon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Alchemist has 2 projects. He's got a project with Yassine Bey. It's about to drop any day now. Well, not pretty soon.
Okay.
Forensic.
Peace.
Yeah, it's like supposed to be like 8 to 10 songs or something with Yassine. And and then he also has an album with Erica Badu that's right about to drop. So yeah, they've shown a couple studio clips of it and stuff, but like these it's like look like it's coming this year, both of those things. So
That's dope, man. That's dope.
yeah, that's not no like rumored stuff. Yeah, what else is popping? I don't know. Yeah, countdown to Lil Wayne. Well, it's supposed to be like 6/6/25 for Carter 6. So I guess it's June 6th. I guess we're just 2 months away.
Would you say people are still excited for a Lil Wayne album?
I mean, it's not like the buzz ain't what it used to be, but there's some people who are still interested. I am, but I definitely know it's not doesn't feel like Carter 3 with like
You know
Lollipop
what's
and like
you know something? I'll say this, like with certain artists, especially as we grow and whatnot, like there's only so much like things I can hear of the same thing. You know what I mean? Like what I do appreciate with artists is when it becomes more of like like an autobiography kind of deal. You know what I'm saying? Like more into their upbringings and lifestyles. And I know that Lil Wayne has done that periodically throughout songs and whatnot, but I always appreciate hearing those like significant moments of growth within different projects and what they choose to like reflect on and stuff like that.
Mhm.
It'll be interesting to see like Lil Wayne's approach. Is he going to go with the same formula that we're used to? Is it going to be slightly different? Are we going to experience something new? It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I both Jay and Wayne, I've said this about, and both of them have kind of occupied similar or the same spots at times in their careers as like the best rapper alive, kind of. But both of them, I have said like they are two of the dudes who've made the longest careers, both of them over 20 years, of literally almost only 3 or 4 subjects, like drugs, money, violence, and like pussy. And like they almost don't rap about, and like
Yeah.
Lil Wayne has even like slightly less subject matter than Jay-Z, but at the same time they both, I mean, Lil Wayne I think has produced a lot more rap than Jay-Z, and Lil Wayne somehow is still very clever and has incredible wordplay, and he's hasn't totally made it entirely boring to hear somebody still rapping about guns and drugs and pussy 5 years. But it's still, yeah, like, yeah, he could use a couple surprises and a couple songs about his kids, couple songs about some new habits or hobbies that he has or something. So
Right.
he could evolve on, he should evolve on this project. But I'm a fan. I'm a fan, but I can still be critical of. I'm not gonna front like he ain't Nas.
Yep.
Yeah.
He definitely ain't Nas, but we'll see, man. It will be interesting. Yeah. Anyways, is there any other albums that you're like anticipating else that's coming out or anything?
Kind of. There's like talk of that new Primo. Well, not only Primo and Nas, but I don't think that's gonna come before the new Primo and Royce. They announced that like months ago, and they're supposed to be dropping it pretty soon. So another Prime album would be dope.
Primo and Roy, that would be pretty fire.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Primo, Royce. Yeah, that's kind of, yeah. I can't think of too much else. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you? Anything that
Um,
you give a fuck about?
well, I mean, just some like local stuff. I know Forsante, young artist coming up, Ghanaian descent, and remix graduate, I think 19.0. And yeah, man, he's definitely been doing some headways and has a new release. What was it called again? I can't remember the name, but anyways, it's dope. Like he does his own production, raps his own lyrics, all that good stuff. And then also I got to big up Marley Zion, man. Big up Marley Zion, aka Young Boy Problem. He had an album called Tim Season. And yo, it's pretty dope actually. You know what I'm saying? Like he definitely brought it back to this like nostalgic. It almost feels like a early 2000 kind of vibe, like production wise. It just has this kind of like Sankofa reminiscing kind of feel, but with a modern twist. And yo, it's put together really really nice, man. Some street wisdom. Yeah, got some love songs that have kind of like a young LL kind of vibe. You know
I
what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, you got that. You know what I mean? I'm like, this is some like LL kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So,
oh,
big up Marley Zion for that, man. Go check it out on Spotify, man. Marley Zion, Tim Season, yo, Tim Season.
word. Hey, there was one other thing that happened. I didn't quite fully take it all in, but Will Smith dropped a new album.
I saw that. Yeah, yeah.
It's called Based on a True Story. I listened to. He did a Lemonade freestyle. I listened to it. Yeah, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great.
Hmm.
I mean, it was better than like what Will Smith used to do 10 years ago, and he's not like getting jiggy with he's not writing pop songs.
He's not getting jiggy with it.
No, he's not like writing pop records for movie soundtracks. He's like trying to just like rap his life and like kind of put his legacy in rhymes, which is cool. But he just hip hop has evolved very far, and he's still kind of pretty straightforward with it. So yeah,
Got you. Well, you know what? Like, yo, I'll big up anyone who still continues with the craft, because for me, and I'm pretty sure for you and other creatives, like first and foremost, like we do this for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like audience number one. Okay. And then
yeah,
anything else after that is like, hey, that's just bonus, but like we do it because it's something that we need to do.
you're
So I'm
right.
sure for Will Smith, he was at that point where it's like, I need to get this out.
Yeah,
And that's what artists do. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't try to make sense out of it. We're just like, I just need to get this out. Okay.
yeah. Which I'm really happy. I heard I've seen a couple people say it's like a really bad album, which I won't say because I haven't heard it. But I'm surprised that he even made one, and I like that he put out an album. Like there's no monetary or ego-ish reason in the world why Will Smith would have to do another album when he's been the biggest movie star on the planet for many years of his life.
Yeah.
And he's not doing this for clicks and attention.
Yeah.
Bro's got enough attention. So yeah, man, you gotta love hip hop if you're making an album like this. Like he's past 50.
So this kind of speaks to what I was just talking about with like Lil Wayne, So if what you're describing, it sounds like Will Smith was using it, like you said, like to build his legacy, maybe talking more about his life or where he's at mentally and things of that nature. I'm assuming. To me, just off of that alone, like I will give it a listen, because that's just what I would want to hear from someone like Will Smith, who has grown and evolved. Like I don't expect him to be singing Summertime, you know what I mean, when he's had like many summers ago, since that moment, you know what I mean. There's been a lot that has evolved and whatnot. So I think using music as an outlet, you know what I mean, which is what it's supposed to be, yeah. So from that perspective, I'll check it out, man. I'll check it out.
Me too. I want to take it in at least once. I mean, the album is called Based on a True Story. So yeah, you would think that he's actually making something autobiographical.
Yeah.
And I didn't hear the album. I don't know if this song is on the album, but I did hear that song that he did with Big Sean called Beautiful Scars. And it was inspired by The Matrix. They did a video for it about 2 months ago. And I've said this repeatedly, like Will Smith smokes Big Sean on the song, and I think Big Sean is a decent rapper. I don't think he's great,
Yeah.
but I think he knows how to rap and he's good. And Will like smokes him on the song, like has better punchlines, has better flows, is like a more confident rapper, sits in the pocket better. And I was just like, yo, man, if you like Will, like really is like y'all like might think that I'm whack, but like actually I'm not nearly as whack as like put me up against some of these new jacks nowadays, and I will surprise you. And he surprised me. So,
That's dope. Okay.
yeah, I don't know. I think this song is on the album, but like, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like a Will Smith song. I didn't think it was a big song. So yeah, man, like we'll see what the album is saying. And either way, I gotta shout out that book that I finished. I was actually one of the best books I think I'll read this year, his autobiography. So I didn't talk about that. Yeah.
No, I don't. No. I mean, we definitely spoke about several or various autobiographies, but not the Will Smith one.
Oh shit! I thought I might have mentioned it here before, but yeah.
Actually, okay, maybe this might have been a while ago then, not recently.
I finished it probably 2 or 3 weeks ago, but I read it all the way, and like it only stops at his 50th birthday, but that was like 5 years ago or whatever. So
right,
it's a good book. It really is. It has some serious life lessons that I will be living with, and then like I've like put into my subconscious, like without question.
And yeah, and Will Smith is
But, like,
definitely one of those
with
people that
like he drops in his book, drops some fucking eternal jewels, and like courageously, he reveals quite a few things that I'm like, oh, I didn't think you would share that, but that's very courageous to share. And there's like he
okay,
like bears his heart and soul. Like yeah, and he even writes in the book, he's like, I questioned if I should even put this in because this is so revealing, but I'm just
right,
doing it because I want to be honest. And then you see it and you're like,
yeah,
yeah, not everybody would have shared that. Yeah, like totally.
right,
There's a few
got
moments,
you.
and
Well, hey, this kind of goes back to like what we were talking about the other day when I gave you a shout, and we're talking about the recipes. I mean, like when people
yeah,
pass, it's like we lose the recipes, and I think when autobiographies are told in an authentic way, like we're leaving the recipes behind, for those to pick up, like like whoever it resonates with, to get those clues, that's left, so that's what it's all about, man.
that's so real, yo. And like, yeah, a good human life is one that's inspired by the ancestors, but has an original recipe to it, where
Mhm.
you follow your heart and you follow your dreams, and you do what your purpose feels like, even though you know where you came from and you know what's community uplifted you. But yeah, man, we can't be losing our recipes. We can't lose our peoples, our Fife Dogs and our MF Dooms and our Bishop Brigantes and
Yes.
conspiracies and just DJ Son of Souls and King Reigns and just one of a kind brothers, sisters who are just
Yeah.
like, yo, man, they still with us. The story's
Yeah.
got to keep being told. Like,
That's it, man. We got to. Yep.
yep, yep,
Yeah. Man.
yep. Oh, yeah, I guess one of the last things that happened,
What you got?
Drake dropped the video for Nokia. I don't know if you saw
Mm.
it. Or
I
did you?
did see it. I saw that there was also like a screening at the Scotiabank Theater IMAX, which is like not too far from us. That's like a hop, skip, and a jump from you. And I guess like they had like a screening there, and I saw the feedback where like watching the music video in IMAX is just a whole different experience. And I'm like, something that would be so fire, man, to like just watch music videos in the theater.
I didn't know that they had it there. I would have gone. Like,
That's where they had it. Okay, I'm gonna put this out there. It would be so dope. Much Music Archives, wherever you are, whoever's in charge of that. Can we just like see and watch some like throwback hip hop videos on IMAX? Videos that like probably got like one or two spins and just were never seen again. They're not even on YouTube. There are so many videos that didn't even make it to YouTube.
mm-hmm.
I would just love to just see all of those videos in premium quality and IMAX. Like, make it like a music video festival, man. We can even do it by year, decade, whatever. But there is just so much in the archives, and it hurts my feelings that it's just collecting dust. It
For
hurts my
real,
feelings.
it should not collect that. Yeah, like remember those video dance parties? We don't even
Yeah,
have to have a dance, yo. Like, there's lots of people.
everything's cut. Oh my gosh, yeah,
I mean, a video dance party would be fun to bring back, but like if we just made an event of just watching certain videos, like at that time, it was dancing to the music that was out, and we don't have
yeah,
certain luxuries. So it would be more of like watching a documentary in music video form when we see like a bunch of classic
yeah,
videos from
yeah,
1993 that have rarely been shown. Be like, yo, let's
yeah.
just like, I mean, they did it with they did Purple Rain at Ontario Place.
I remember that. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah.
that
I
was
actually did.
so
I think I was
fire.
there for that one.
That
Yeah,
was
yeah,
so fire. It was
yeah,
so fire. Big, beautiful screen, and you just
yeah.
watch classic. Man,
Yeah, we need more of that. Like more of like that nostalgic I think I also saw like Goonies there as well, but like yeah, we need more of those type of the nostalgia. And I think this is where we're at in society, where there's enough like history that there is like a market for that. Like I would for sure, imagine going to like a video dance party of just like 90s hip hop music videos, or like just really capturing that much music like era, and having like certain themes of that, you know what I mean? Like I would check it out. I definitely pull up.
it would be so ill. We outside for that.
Yeah, man. That's it, man. So we just gotta, hey, again, man, I see this as the future for Reminisce Show. All of these the throwback elements, man. Maybe, hey, man, maybe this is a future Reminisce Show party, man. You never know. Never
Yo,
know what can happen, yo.
let's plant that seed idea.
I'm planting all the seeds, man. This is what it is. You know what I mean? Because our podcast is also like an archive of ideas of how we're formalizing them and bringing them into fruition, man. So that's how we doing it.
Word. Well, yo,
So, man, all right. Well, I guess we sign off like that.
yeah, man,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
lots of reminisce vibes today. You know, just living life with purpose, man. Big up to Bishop. You know, his fight for cancer and just the awareness too of lowering the age requirements. You know, for certain tests, we shouldn't have to wait till 50, especially when people under 50 are being impacted. You know what I mean? So, I'm going to keep up that type of advocacy. You know, not just for myself, man, but for others, and also to continue that legacy of what Bishop was doing, man. Because at the end of the day, man, our life needs to be connected to purpose, whatever that purpose is. You know what I mean? Figure it out. Just connect it to something bigger than you, something that could help people. You know, I really feel that's an important element of the human experiences. And more often than not, most people realize that type of, revelation often when it's too late. You know what I'm saying? So big up to those who are, pushing forward, and let's keep that inspiration up.
That's real. That's love. What up? Mr. Bishop and young Lito and Wifey and
Everybody, man. Everybody.
hip hop and Toronto.
That's it, man. So we're gonna sign off like that, man. I go by Logik416, representing my brother.
Mindbender Supreme. What up? What up?
Man. This
Love
is the
y'all.
Reminisce Show, man. Every Tuesday, 7 p.m. live.